How's it going, everybody? Austin from Geniuslink and Booklinker here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all why I believe every single author should take advantage of universal booklinks, as well as some of the best places where I'm seeing authors use them. Before we jump into too much technical details, I first want to explain what a universal booklink is for the authors that are not familiar. Essentially, universal booklinks get called a lot of names. You may hear universal link, smart URL, intelligent link. But what it really comes down to is a universal booklink is a link that works for all international readers. Sometimes you'll see these links work for multi-retailer, for authors that go wide. They generally link to one book, but sometimes you'll see an author page or a collection of books. And again, these are links that live on the internet, so they're hosted at a URL. Now, enough technical talk. What does a universal booklink look like in practice? If you ask me, there are two main types of universal booklinks. The first one is one that's compatible with just Amazon. As we can see here, this URL detects which country or the IP address of the incoming traffic and sends the reader to the correct Amazon storefront, depending on where they live. Another type of universal booklink that you might see is for authors that go wide. Rather than sending the traffic directly to Amazon, what this universal booklink does is it creates a landing page. It's hosted at a landing page and automatically lists the different storefronts that the software detects the book is listed on. So for example, The Extraordinary Life of Sam Hale is currently live on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Apple Books. So a reader is taken to this landing page. They're given the option to pick their store of choice, and if they choose Amazon, it would have all that same geo-targeting or localization functionality that we spoke of in the previous slide. Now that you have some background on what a universal booklink is and how it functions, I want to jump into the reasons why you should drop everything and start using a universal booklink today. That might be a little dramatic, but I think you get the idea. So we came up with 6 reasons. The first being to support your international readers better. As Amazon and other stores try and expand their global footprint, they create separate entities and global storefronts that create a geo-fragmentation issue. Amazon has over 22 storefronts in all of these countries. We can see a map of where these countries are spread out around the world. As an author, it's pretty easy to contribute to this geo-fragmentation issue due to the simplicity of listing your book on multiple storefronts. Here we have an example of The 4 Winds by Kristen Hanna. Even though this is the same book, we can notice that the Amazon USA and Amazon UK landing page have a lot of differences. The first being that in the web address of the URL, they have different ASINs. There's different unique cover art that may function better or convert higher in different storefronts. The book have different reviews, currencies. You know, in America we use the US dollar, and in UK they use the British pound. There's different formats. We can see UK, they have audio CDs up for sale. Now the solution to this is localization. In a perfect world, as an author, we have one link that automatically detects what country the reader is from, and that single link can send people to the correct storefront no matter where they live in the world. The next benefit of universal booklinks is the fact that they help authors that go wide. Here we have an example of maybe what not to do as an author. Rupi Kaur has her book Healing Through Words available for purchase on her website. We can see that she has a drop-down menu where a reader first selects what country they are in, then all of the different storefronts her book is listed on are shown. This is not optimal for a few reasons. One, it's a lot of clicks, it's drop-downs, there's limited countries for readers to choose from. It can be pretty difficult for most authors to code or develop some widget like this. And again, in order to maintain this widget over time, anytime a bookstore goes offline or she wants to add a new one, she has to go back and change the code. So what we suggest is you use a universal booklink and have one clear call to action that says buy now in hardcover. When a reader clicks this, they're taken to the landing page that has automatically pulls up all the different storefronts that book is listed for sale on. You might be wondering, Austin, what's the difference between having all of these storefront buttons on my author website versus a dedicated landing page? And it comes down to the concept of micro conversions. Once the reader has made up their mind they want to buy now, they just need to click buy now. Then they are shown the different storefronts. This landing page is devoid of all distractions, so there's no other places that a reader can really click. After they've decided they want to purchase the book, it's now their only decision is what is my preferred bookstore. The third reason I believe all authors should use universal booklinks is to help clean up their marketing copy. Here we have a tweet from DK Dieters, who is trying to promote her book, The Texans' Favor, on Twitter. And while we love to see authors doing book marketing, unfortunately there's a few things wrong with this tweet. The first is that there's just a lot of blue. It's not really clear where a reader should click. She provided 4 international Amazon storefront pages, likely to the countries where a majority of her audience lives, but are readers really going to look at the last 2 characters to find which store to buy it on? Also, what happens if a reader is not from any of these countries? Frederick Fox did a similar thing in his tweet. He put in 6 different Amazon storefronts. Again, what if a reader is not from one of these countries? He's also wasting a lot of the limited characters that you can put inside of a tweet on Booklinks. AJ Reed did a similar thing. Shirley Day, she only shared her Amazon UK link, which is probably a small fraction of her audience. What we love about the indie author community is people came to the rescue and started suggesting to use a universal booklink tool like Booklinker. Rebecca Marsh, Rohan suggested Booklinker as well. Jason Kilgore suggested Booklinker when they saw these tweets. Here we have the ideal of how an author should promote their book on using universal booklinks. Ken Stark, the author of Miracle Man, he put out a tweet that had a reader testimonial. Then he had an emoji with a call to action using a universal booklink that serves all of the different international storefronts his book is listed on, which then saved him some space and characters that he could use for hashtags, which are what authors need to get tweets circulating on the platform. Fourth reason why I think all authors should use universal booklinks is to gain actionable insights via advanced analytics. I don't know about you guys, but inside of the Amazon KDP dashboard, it can be pretty difficult to tell what or which of your book marketing is working. The solution to this is using a universal booklink tool such as Geniuslink to gain access to a lot of analytics. For example, you can view the amount of clicks that your link is receiving over time. You can line this up with book promotion dates to see how much liftoff those marketing efforts get you. You can customize a date range, compare and contrast. You get access to refer data. So let's say you have one book link that you're marketing on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can look at a chart of which platform is driving the most clicks. In this case, Facebook turns out to be a great marketing channel for this author. They're doing something right there, whereas Instagram is only making up 3 or 4% of their traffic. So they might need to change their Instagram book marketing strategy. There's also destination data available. So if an author is providing the reader multiple bookstores to choose from, you gain access to the data of where readers are going. In this example, it's pretty obvious Amazon USA is going to be an author's largest storefront, but maybe what an author didn't know is that Amazon India and bookshop.org were popular places for their readers to buy their books. You'll also gain access to the preferred language. So in this case, an author has a lot of English readers. However, maybe they didn't know that Spanish, Portuguese, and German are the preferred language of a lot of their readers and could make great candidates for their next book translation. On a similar note, you can view where around the world your readers live. Even if we know that 90-95% of our readers speak English, we may not know if they're Canadian or they live in Australia or from the UK. So this worldview map is a pretty helpful data point for authors to be more informed in their book marketing. The fifth reason that I recommend authors use universal booklinks is in order to have readable and more trusted links. Bitly, one of the titans of the link cloaking and link shortening space, once did a study and found that branded short domains receive up to a 34% increase in click-through rate. As an author, I can only imagine what a 34% increase to your book's landing page could do for your bottom line. So we're going to start off with the worst possible book link that you could use and move to the best case one. So if you were to go on Amazon, search for your book and just copy the link that you find here, you'd probably find something like this. This link is a nightmare. It's 191 characters. It's full of letters, numbers, symbols, and it's just completely unreadable and untypable. Moving on, we can clean that up a little bit. We can get it down to 70 characters. We can see that it's going to Amazon. We know that the title of the book is called Stealing Time. Still, this link uses a combination of letters and numbers. It's 70 characters long, and it's not really that readable. Getting a little better, we can chop off the Amazon product title, and we get something like this. We still know that it's going to Amazon. We have no idea what the end product is going to be here. It's shorter, 37 characters, with just letters and numbers, but still, we don't know where we're headed. Moving on, you could cloak it or shorten the link and make it as tiny as possible, making it 21 characters, which is very easy to type in, but we still don't know where this link is headed. It's short, but it's not trustworthy. This could lead to malware. This could lead to any website on the internet. We have no idea. So in my opinion, the best practice is using a universal booklink where you can customize the appearance of the URL as well as the slug that follows to your book title. So the domain name is an actionable name, with the slug being the title of the book. It's also really simple to type in, being only 31 characters long and only letters. The sixth reason I have on why all authors should use universal booklinks is in order to future-proof their links. What do I mean by this? I'm sure we can all relate to this above example. We're recommended a book, or we do some research and land upon a product page only to find that it is out of stock, or maybe we are sent to a 404 page. This concept is known as link rot. It's when links on the internet decay or go down. This is not good for authors because this is going to lead to a dead-end buying experience. A reader, unless they type in the name of the book in the search bar when they're sent to a page like this, they are not going to convert. In order to prevent this, we can use a link management tool or universal booklink. At any point in time, you can edit the destination of your link and change where it goes. So if your book changes URLs or goes offline for a variety of reasons, such as a change in publishing rights or a relaunch, or maybe you went from wide to exclusive, all those reasons are why a link management tool can really come in handy as an author. But wait, there's more. I have one more reason why authors should use universal booklinks, a bonus reason, and that is going to be the ability to earn affiliate commissions on your booklinks. Not only can you earn commissions on your actual book or the book that you are promoting, but you'll also gain commissions on the entire cart. So if you are promoting your book and a reader purchases that book and 3 others, you'll receive commissions for all of those. This is going to help you take back some of the royalties that you're giving up to these platforms, as well as increase your bottom line as an author. Now that you're armed with the knowledge on why universal booklinks are so powerful, I wanted to give you some actionable advice about how you can use universal booklinks, or where you can place them as an author. Again, I've come up with 6 places where you can use these links, and the first is going to be on your author website. Here we have an example of Mark Manson promoting his book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Great book, but he clearly doesn't give a fuck about using universal booklinks. Here he's got 7 different call to actions where readers can go to purchase his book. I went ahead and did him a favor. I shortened that down to one call to action that says buy now. If this was a universal booklink, he would massively improve the conversion rate of his traffic. The next place that authors can place or use universal booklinks is going to be on social media platforms, whether it's Twitter or X, whatever it's called these days, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest. These platforms all make great candidates for authors to use universal booklinks. Let me explain why. Instagram and TikTok are very similar in the fact that they intentionally make it difficult for traffic to leave the platform. In Instagram's case, the only way traffic can leave is going to be through a bio link, or if an Instagram user creates a story, they can have a sticker inside of that story that directs traffic off of the platform. TikTok, they have a similar thing. You can put a link in the bio, and if you run paid traffic on the platform, you can also include external links there. And for some creators on TikTok, if they're approved, they can use stickers inside of their posts, but there's only a few approved destinations that these stickers can go to, and Amazon is certainly not one of them. So in order to promote your books on these platforms, it's best practice to use a universal booklink in these single link slots, because again, we want one link to be able to serve the many possible destinations that our audience can go to, whether this is different Amazon storefronts or the wide bookstores that our book is listed on. The next platform I want to speak about is Pinterest. Pinterest makes a great candidate for universal booklinks, considering pins only have one external link available. Pinterest is great in the fact that it's a visual search engine. It's designed for traffic to leave the platform once they've found what they're looking for, but we're really limited by this one external link slot. So by using a universal booklink here, we get to serve all of the different experiences and intents while maximizing the potential of our book marketing, leading to a sale. Twitter, we've already analyzed this example earlier, so I don't want to go too in-depth into it, but on Twitter, we're limited by the amount of characters that we can include in our tweets. So by shortening and customizing the appearance of our link, we can fit in more text that can make the tweet perform better, whether it's hashtags or better copy. And we also have a very clear call to action here. Ken Stark is doing it right. Facebook, here we have Jen Gray promoting her book, Eclipsed Heart. What I want to point out here is, considering that Jen shortened and cloaked her link using a Geniuslink, she was able to fit the main call to action above the see more or expand section. This is going to massively increase the click-through rate of the impressions of the people that see Jen Gray's Facebook post. Moving on to the third place where I see authors use universal book links is going to be inside of their emails, whether we're talking a monthly email newsletter, a one-off campaign, or a pre-order announcement. Universal book links are great in emails considering how international of a messaging format that email is. Also, I've seen authors use universal book links inside of their email signatures, so no matter what email they send, there's always a chance for a potential reader to buy their book. One thing to note about including affiliate links inside of email, especially with Amazon, is emails are considered offline media, and therefore affiliate links are not allowed unless you send them to a landing page first, which is another reason why universal book links make great choices for emails. The fourth spot I'm seeing authors use universal book links is in offline media, or especially their book's back matter. Oftentimes, authors will include links on the back of their book for readers to capture a lead magnet or maybe to go to their personal website. You can see here on the right, inside the Mastering Amazon Associates book by Geniuslink, we include QR codes. The issue that can happen with links inside of a physical book is that if these web addresses ever change, they're stuck inside the physical copy of the book. However, if you use a link management tool like Geniuslink, you can edit the destination, as we spoke about earlier, and ensure that links inside of your books remain future-proof. The fifth spot I'm seeing authors use universal book links is going to be inside of their advertisements. Here we have an example of the Geniuslink team running a display advertisement on Forbes, which is read by a very large international audience. We used a universal book link on this advertisement combined with Amazon attribution, so not only can we support all the different international storefronts and stores our book is listed on, but we also can use Amazon attribution to determine which advertisement drove the sale. The sixth and final place where I'm seeing authors use universal book links is going to be inside of a link in bio tool. Link in bio tools are most often seen on social media profiles, considering a lot of social media channels only let traffic leave the platform via a bio link. Sometimes we don't want to send readers directly to our book link inside the bio. We want to open them up to our entire author ecosystem where they can click the link in bio, like a Linktree or beacons.ai, and then they can follow us on other social media channels. Maybe they'll go to our author website, view our other books, claim a lead magnet where we can then get them on our email list and send them recurring emails. And the stats and studies back this up. We did a study of a few hundred book talkers, and we found that over 75% of them took advantage of link in bio tools, while only around 15% sent them directly to their author website or a book link. The tools that authors use the most was Linktree at 65%, followed by beacons.ai at 20%. Taking a look at the average number of links included in a link in bio tool, we can see that the most common number was 7, and that kind of supports the theory that we don't want to just send them directly to our book link. We want to give them a few options. If we study the number of book links that were inside link in bio tools, we can see that 1 was the most common, but still authors sometimes included 2, 3, or even more book links there. Again, we can look that the book link was oftentimes the first place that authors sent readers inside their link in bio, but it was not the only place. So these are the 6 places where I see authors use universal book links the most. However, authors are very creative people, and I'm sure that there's a lot of places that I haven't even thought of where authors can take advantage of this technology. If you come up with a place where you're using a universal book link or could use one, be sure to drop a comment so we can have a discussion about it. If you're wondering who can help you generate universal book links, we own 2 tools, Booklinker and Geniuslink. Booklinker is a free tool made specifically for authors. Generally speaking, the average Booklinker customer is not crazy about marketing and just want a simple universal book link tool, whereas Geniuslink is made for authors and content creators that love marketing, want to dive into the details, and have a ton of customization. As I said before, Booklinker is free. Geniuslink is a paid tool starting at $6 a month. If you have any questions about universal book links or either of these tools, be sure to drop a comment, and thank you guys for watching.